let's get into My Hero Academia chapter 247. Speak. What are your goals? So this chapter, Endeavor looks like he's ready to train these young bucks into being heroes. He asks each one of them what they're kind of trying to learn. Deku tells him that he's trying to master these other powers he has. Bakugou goes, he's trying to find out what he doesn't know. Typical Dick Bakugou answer, and then and then Todoroki, I think he said something about, oh, he said he wants to be somebody worthy of the hero title, whatever that means.
Yeah.
And basically, what I thought was interesting is we get to find out more about Endeavor's actual like organization and like how the author chooses to break up heroing in this world. And he broke it up into what, three things? It was like rescue, aiding evacuation, and fighting villains. And Endeavor's organization tries to specialize in all three. So with that, I thought that was a nice little touch there of like going into the fact that we might see some other organizations that specialize in certain one of these things instead of all three, just for like the world building aspect. Um, and yeah, I felt like that was most of the chapter. Oh, the other part is the at the end was that Endeavor sets a task that they need to subjugate a villain faster than him, at least once. Which we'll see how that turns out into like actual power development. But to me, it seems pretty lame
Right.
on the side of like how these people are going to get stronger. It doesn't feel like a real training arc to me, but I'll get y'all thoughts on it.
I personally just thought this chapter was pointless. Long story short. Um, like based on how they set up the last chapter, it's like all this information could have easily just been like one flat. Um, I think they tried to go into Deku analyzing his own powers a little bit, but even that was a little eh to me, considering that they really didn't reveal like a lot of huge stuff where we're just like, oh, okay. Like he pretty much just said he needs more XP to use this power. That was literally it. Like that whole like three paragraphs that you want to call it in that page, that could
Right.
have just easily just been summarized with I need more XP to use this power. It's like, okay, we could have moved on. And then like Bakugo and like Todoroki are literally just pretty much just gave vague answers that they just want to be better heroes. So it's like, okay, that's cool, great for you. But again, it's like based on like the hype and the setup they had for last chapter, all they did was just pretty much suck up all that energy. I think they just should have went straight into the time skip. So because if they go into the time skip now, it's like for real though, what was the point of this chapter?
Right. But I mean, even with the time skip, if the time skip is literally just this, that at the end they subjugated a villain faster than Endeavor, like they're probably gonna have like more power ups than I expect them to have given what the task was, which is just subjugate a villain faster than
Yeah.
Endeavor. Like you can outsmart that
I
when
feel
there.
like I feel like my take on this was kind of agreeing with y'all. This shit was kind of a waste, and it does. It really seems like it only is good to set up a time skip because, like, what the fuck? Why are we hearing these niggas hero motives again?
Yep.
But like, uh, the one thing I will say is I do disagree that them catching the villain faster than Endeavor. Like, I think that will be pretty good training just because, like, one for Todoroki. If Todoroki catch any nigga faster than Endeavor, he really came up because he clearly the slowest person there. Like
Yeah.
I don't think it's even close how slow he is compared to the other three. And it's like so if he catch somebody, I'm impressed. If Bakugo catch somebody, I don't think it's that much because like Bakugo is really already very impressive, but
Yeah.
I think it'll be a come up for Todoroki and slightly Midoriya to finish that trial. I think
So
Bakugou will.
question for you, because I okay. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what part of it we missed, but hopefully it got what you said. But yeah, with the whole Hawks thing, I'm like, does it mean that they really have that much farther to go since they was already close to par with Hawks? Did
See,
it
I
seem
feel
like
like
Hawks gained speed?
Hawks was being generous and
Oh,
saying
okay.
like, "Oh man, these dudes had like comparable pro hero speed,"
Mhm.
but I don't think it's saying that they comparable Hawk speed since he's like in canon the fastest hero.
Yeah.
So it's like, and if they can't catch up, and if Endeavor basically burnt them niggas like that, like there's no way that Hawks was going all out on that one. I think he was just
Mhm.
like, oh, these kids raw, which like we know they the main characters, they raw. I think that yeah, and I think the thing that he been trying to show is like, oh, 1A ain't getting no better. They ain't actually no better as far as physical abilities. And I think
Yeah.
this is where they gonna actually get physically better, where they already got the mental aspect.
So do you feel like even with this, you think they would be ready to take on like a leveled up Tomura? Because we already see that he's pretty strong, but it seems like now he's gonna get even stronger than what we've seen. So do you think that that will get them prepared for that type of battle, or you think they're just training them,
That's a good
not really
Uh,
question.
preparing them for this?
if we say all 1A and 1B, which by the time if they did time skip 4 months, should
Mhm.
technically be class 2A and 2B. If
Yeah.
they all are, let's just say, comparable to pro heroes, not necessarily top tier pro heroes, which we
Mhm.
know a couple of these niggas like they there.
Yeah.
Um, I think they will add to the force that is gonna have to amass together to stop uh what's his name,
Tomorrow.
Tomura. I think he is far
Okay.
past one nigga soloing him if that nigga not All Might.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like to me, I can agree with it the way you worded it, which is like they probably can't take him on directly, but if there's like a squad of niggas, sure. The only other thing that I add to that is just it seems like Endeavor is the only person training people in like general heroing, and then it looks like if you touch on other people's internships, the hopefully the right characters go to the right organizations, but we might see like I'm assuming Laundry Hero Wash is not specialized in subjugating villains. You know what I mean? He might be like a rescue op nigga or something like that. So
Yeah.
that means that when the whole team comes together, we might be seeing more people who figured out how to like turn their power into that. Which I don't know how I feel about it. It's really going to depend on who does what. Like for example, Uraka could end up being like a rescue op person, which would kind of disappoint me because I feel like her ability, if used the right way, is definitely has strength in like subjugating villains.
See,
So
I guess when you say that, it makes me think that like, so yeah, in the real world, I think we would get fucked over with like some goofy niggas making goofy choices because people make the wrong choice. But so
right,
far, what I've seen is that the narrator is going to make them make the right choice, even if they didn't know they was making the right choice. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like how Uraraka, her first internship was with that hands nigga. And
yeah,
everybody was
gunmetal,
definitely thinking like, well, that's a little goofy. But then when
yeah,
she came back throwing them motherfuckers, it was like, oh, okay. That kind
yeah,
of makes a little sense.
yeah. And I think now she's doing it with the dragon lady, which she seems like an offensive type of person.
That
So
dragon lady ass though, bro.
she is ass, but I mean she's still like got one of the top three, one of the big three as her like
Member.
thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like the learning is really more from the big three lady than it is from the hero person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think what Uraraka is going towards is like, unfortunately, she's going towards Sakura. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I am the comparable support to the group.
Hmm.
Like, she'll get
With
her
hands.
clout as a support.
Yeah, but she still got hands though. That's the only, just like
Yeah,
Sakura.
let's not forget the hands. I mean,
Hey, you know something I just peeped because I went back to that picture where everybody in their interns. My nigga Sun Eater in the background. His face, he just not facing the camera.
Oh, where was he at?
He's in the picture with Fat Gum. He's like skulking in the background with his back,
Oh,
but that's his
typical
cape.
Sun Eater shit.
Yeah, my
I
nigga
hope it.
just
That's another thing I'm hoping
facing.
for because Fagum was actually like a sleeper when it comes to heroes. And like, you know, outside of like the numbers, there's a lot. I feel like there's gonna be a few more. Like, you know, Gang Orca, we already put respect on his name. Is he ranked? I don't remember, but
Oh, he fell
if
out. He
not,
was top 10,
Yeah,
oh, he
yeah.
was.
Last time he was still in top 10, wasn't he?
but he dropped though.
Well, I mean, okay, so let's still say like top 20. I mean, he's not gonna drop that
Yeah,
hard.
Yeah,
yeah. I
but
mean, we don't know, but let's just assume top 20.
Yeah.
I just go like outside of Tomura's actual brokenness, the fact that we're like setting up this large scale war, I still find it hard to believe until I see how many like heroes besides Slide and Go they have under their ranks. Because I mean, Tomura's squadron of like barely strong ass niggas was able to run Redestro's thing, and they don't have that many people that added to their squad. Like, yes, Twice is like a one man army, but against Gang Orca, like, do I think Twice would win? No.
Um, here's my thing though. I think we are definitely underestimating the League of Villains. Like them niggas got hitters. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think I need to see it. Like that's the thing. I just go like there's a huge amount of heroes so far. Like there's the top 10, but then there's a whole bunch of other people that we haven't seen. And like I say, I go to people like Fagum. Like how many of those might be out there? There are also
yeah, I
niggas
mean
like
it's
Lockjaw.
definitely
Don't
some
get me wrong.
sleeper. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I said there's also niggas like Lockdrop, so I totally see the niggas out there. I just go like the fact that like the League of Villains on their own, yes, they're strong. But the thing that they were trying to make it seem like is like the fact that they fused with the Redestro's group made them like even stronger. But then I have to go back my mind and go like, well, they also just beat them niggas.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, so this is what I'll say though, is like this it adds two levels to the strategy. One, the ultimate thing with heroes is that like they not gonna kill niggas. So with that being said, like that force is way different to deal with when you just can't have Dabi or what you call it or Tomura just ash them niggas. Like so
yeah.
I think that adds a new level to it. And then yeah, if they do something goofy like Redestro and say, hey, I'm gonna put all these weak niggas up and we just gonna run the gauntlet with y'all, like they gonna take an L. But if they did some shit like, hey, let's have all 100,000 these niggas just across the city causing little petty shit while the big niggas go hard, like
Exactly.
I think the no moves are the game changer there. That's really all I say. I think like Redestro's group still sucks, but with enough no moves backing that weak ass group up, then they can keep most of the heroes busy. Because I mean, like, besides All Might, who was able to easily take down a no move, like those brain no moves was still giving like Eraser has some shit, you know, those shock absorber motherfuckers. So it's like I think they would give most if they have enough of them, they could give most heroes like a run for their money enough to where I could buy like a Twice or like Himiko, like actually taking out a couple of pro heroes because I go, all right, well, yeah, they were weak enough, and then you know you guys are strong enough.
Himiko and Twice. I think everybody on the main villains roster can definitely bang some top 50 heroes. Like they can 1v1 a top 50 hero.
Top 50?
Top 50 for sure. Top 10 is where I'm like, okay, maybe niggas like Dabi, you know, the bigger.
Oh, you mean like below 10 but over 50?
Yeah.
Okay,
Below
yeah,
10
yeah.
but over 50. Like I definitely think them niggas can bang with them. But one thing I'm gonna say is, I think what niggas is really sleep on is this Tartarus breakout. Like they've been kind of hinting to that since my nigga All For One got put in there. Like I think we gonna see niggas like Muscular, Moonfish, Hero Killer Stain, like known hero killers come out, and I think them niggas gonna be a problem.
If that
Muscular,
happens, then I easily see this being like a real challenge for them. The jailbreak.
we talking
Because
about
I'm like there's hitters in there.
top level villains, 100,000 henchmen. Like, man, y'all better get a time machine, and get All Might back.
Yeah. I also like but those are things that also make me concerned about this next generation because they're like, yeah, we're putting all our hopes on them. and then I go like the best of the three are just getting like this level of training. So I feel like everyone else's training is below this. So I would have much preferred it to feel more like substantial, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So that I can go like, oh, I feel like a Froppy is getting this level of training or something like that. If I feel like all of theirs is just like whatever, what like fucking Frappies might be like, yo, I need you to rescue 50 niggas before the end of like this internship, which is like good, sure. It might help at certain points in the arc, sure, but it doesn't I still don't feel like they have the heart to match the battle that's coming up. You know what I mean? Like this seems like a classic, like an apocalyptic type of battle they're preparing for. Like the League of Villains, everyone's grouping up, like getting ready to really try and like turn the tables on this world. And it still seems like the heroes are taking it like it's just another like experience.
Yeah,
that's my thought.
Yeah, all we can do is pray, honestly. Shit, at that point. Basically, like you're right. It's an apocalypse that's brewing, and I don't think the heroes actually even know it's about to get this real.
That's what I'm saying, and I'm like, I thought Hawks' thing would have like kind of rang that bell, but it doesn't feel like it from what Endeavor chose to do with that information. I felt like I would do more. And we go like they like even look at Endeavor's organization. He technically has a bunch of other niggas in there too. But it's just the way it's written, it almost feels like they're not involved. It's really weird. Like I don't really know how to put words to it, but I just go like I really feel like there's a lot of heroes. But sometimes when I read these chapters, I go like, how are these I really feel like Tomura's gonna beat y'all, and it doesn't. But there's like millions of y'all. It seems like these are organizations.
Suck,
huh?
Like the caliber hero is probably as good as like them random niggas from Deka City. Like the heroes suck. I think your boy Lockdrop is a average hero. Like most niggas are him or worse.
That's accurate. That's an accurate assumption.
Oh my god!
Like think about it. This nigga Mineta is in UA. It's like the school of dope niggas. You get what I'm saying? So like imagine like shit tier school in Japan. Like what's that high school that Hinamaru went to? Like that for heroes. Like
yeah.
Them niggas probably garbage.
All right, well. We'll have to see how all this unfolds. I think if we get a time skip, it will be well deserved because I'm not really trying to see. I'm not trying to see it unless like it means understanding more about Deku's power, and maybe more about Bakugou's limitations. Because I felt like Todoroki, I don't really know where they're gonna go with him, and I don't care to see his journey. I'd rather they time skip through that. Bakugou, I'm curious just from like the theories and battle stuff on the side, like what actually holds him back. Like I want to see him like actually struggle for a little bit. And Deku, I'm just interested in what other powers there are. So if we're not getting any of that in the time skip, I mean, watching them go through this journey, I would prefer they just skip through all this shit and have them do whatever's next.
Yeah, no joke though. Well, the one thing I will say that happened in like this previous chapter that actually kind of pissed me off is that I think they're setting it up where Deku is only going to get better with the Black Whip, and I don't even think they're going to introduce any new powers, at least not in the time skip. So that's what kind of sucks.
But see that why this bothers me is I'm like, how long does this author want it to go? Because if Tomura is the end, he needs to like we need to be seeing more of these like Avatar niggas. If Tomura is just a stepping stone to the end, then sure I get it. But it doesn't match the setup that's being had. Because like the setup that's being had is like Tomura is the end. So but then at the end of the day, you go like, oh, but Deku's only gonna master Black Whip. I just go like, what the fuck is like? Make your mind up. It like the shit doesn't match.
I don't know. I mean, like I thought that the story was proceeding fast as balls as soon as like Tomura got the stupid power up. So I mean, like it's hard to. I mean, right now it's just hard to see a true 1v1 fight being the end, whereas Tomura versus Deku. Because I just don't see that scale. Like something's got to happen to like close that gap, and I don't see that happening anytime soon. So I don't know.
I don't see. I see if Deku ran up on Tomura right now, he would get dropped. I see
Exactly.
that for sure.
Like it wouldn't even be competition. Like,
yeah. I don't see a real challenge there. And same thing with any of the UA students. So I just go like, I'd rather go to villain school right now than UA. Because them niggas is putting out pros in one arc. It's taking about 5, 6, 7, 8 arcs, and they still not pros yet. All it took was one arc, and this nigga Tomura got to like I'm shook level.
Saying. And not only that, but he's gonna get stronger. I mean, like stupid stronger after this arc.
Yeah,
too.
they already tossed this thing in the hyperbolic time chamber. That's other shit. I was just like, yo, what's up with these heroes? Like, they really are. Like, if I was in UA, like, let's say I was in Hawk's position, I'd be about mad as hell.
I switched sides.
Yeah, that I set that information to Endeavor, and he was just like, all right, I'm just going to continue to train them regular. Like, no, nigga, y'all need to go to the most savage city, like, right now, and just start grinding it out, bro. Just drop their ass off in the savage city, in the hood, and be like, look, turn this into, like, an All Might city by the time I get back. That's your training. That's real heroing, bro. That's it. Like, this shit better look like All Might was here by the time I come back. That's all I would have done as Endeavor. That's real training. That's like, oh, okay, they finna take I'm passing on the mantle. Yeah. Don't make no sense. It just seemed too businessy for me sometimes, the way they talk about things. I'm like, bro, this isn't a business. This is real lives. That's how
Well, I mean, technically they did. Their response to knowing villains are wilding was to give these niggas a second internship. Which some niggas basically said we shouldn't do. But, you know.
I don't know, man.
I just think they playing around, and maybe that's like what the author's trying to set up to show how easily it's going to be to topple these niggas. Because I just go like, that shouldn't be your response to, like, I feel like none of them have been through the part of the world where villains actually had a say. You know what I mean? I felt like none of them have lived in a Gotham. That's what I would say. I feel like almost all of them have lived in some type of city where I wouldn't even say metropolis because shit still happens there, but just a city where you can live your regular life and crime still doesn't like touch you. But a city like Gotham, like you can't wake up without crime touching you. You feel me? That's their response to a lot of these things. It's just like, it's not that serious. But I go, what? Like, y'all need to go talk to Best Genius and how this nigga almost got ghosted when he saw Awful in the face. Like, come on, man.
Niggas is still trying to ride the All Might hype. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like it's just one of them things. They on that Make America Great type shit again, bro. Like, clearly we in a recession, the world blowing up, but niggas like, remember the '60s though? Like,
yeah. Let's just put them in another internship. Like, no. They need to be real heroes. Like, this is no longer classroom shit anymore, bro. Like, that's done.
Niggas is going on a summer long training in America. We taking y'all to Chirac, where you got to worry about regular niggas with guns too.
I'm saying, I don't know. Maybe there is some big American hero that's gonna save them. Maybe that's what they hoping on. Shit get bad enough that Superman pop up.
Wow.
Captain Celebrity ready, bro. He entertained.
Wow, that'd be effed up though.
Y'all ready to rate it?
Yeah, trash.
I mean, I echo that sentiment. I don't feel like I have. I'll give it a like decent trash, only because I did appreciate the breakdown of like the hero specialties. I don't know how much they're going to build on that.
Technically, already did that.
They did do that?
Yeah, when they did that when they first introduced 13, because they was like, oh, she specialized in like rescuing niggas.
Oh, okay. Well, if they broke this down before, it's a trash then.
Yeah.
It's just been a while.
Like, okay, if they literally like next chapter go 4 months later, then yes, this chapter was completely pointless. It was literally completely pointless. So trash.